Welcome back to Themed Journals. My name is April. Okay, so when I opened this up all the way, the paper split. So I put some decorative ribbon there, and now it can open and close no problem. So what I've done is this has hints of blue in it. So what I'm going to do is use this and these two blue or cool tone blues to go with this one. And then this one has reds and yellows. And this one will go with this one in here. And this had the same problem. It split when I opened it up. And then the last one will go with this one. Now this is the only one that actually worked right. So this will go here. Okay, so we will reverse these or leave them in the journals so I don't lose my plot here. All right, I thought I'd bring you along for the final bits and bobs rather than just show you a finalized Okay, instead of showing you guys a finalized journal. Yeah, bring you along for the ride. 1, 2, 3. Now, I cannot leave any danglies on this because of the way the journal holder is. So, there you have it. We'll do all right, now I want this one in the front and this one in the back. So I will and I'm going to go through the back on this one and then come to the front. I've never tried it this way, but I think it would give my journal a little bit more stability. And if I don't like it, I can always undo it and do it the normal way. Now let's see how it looks on the front. Okay, it's stable. That's good news. And we're going to cut this really close to the, because remember this will be glued down, so we won't have to worry about that. All right, and then we'll do the same for all 3 journals, and then we'll decorate it. 1, 2, okay. Going from this way, going from this way. Oops, don't pull that through, April. Ugh. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I don't think this is tight enough. No, it's not. All right, we will start over. All right. One, two, three. All right. Now let's see if that is as loose as my last one. How did I get that one so tight and I can't seem to get this one tight? All right, well, I might be out of thread by the time I'm done getting this one done. 1, 2, 3. See, it's still not tight. I do not understand what I did different. I may have to go back and rewatch this video just to figure out what I did. I may have to stop this video so I can do this offline. Ugh. 1, 2, 3. Because I hate wasting my wax thread like this. Hate it. All right, let's try this again. All right. Okay, I'm pulling it super tight this time. And this time I'm trying not to move my finger. Well, I lost the plot again. Okay, see, this is the loop. Can't even get the stinking thread through it. Well, I never. Now let's see if better. Sorry, my sister talks loud and she's outside. And my door is open because it's so hot in my room. So anyway, sorry about that. Okay, so now that we have this done, we can take off our pieces. All right, I'm gonna have to pause, you guys. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. And the loud talking outside is over. Okay, so what I did was I put 2 clamps on this and I've glued it in. So I'll set this aside to dry. Okay, now this time, however, I'm going to, which one do I want to go first? I think we're going to go this way. Or do we want to go this way? No, I'm going to put the yellow first. Okay. So I am going to try to come through and tie them inside. I don't know if that'll be any better than last time, but I don't want to. Oh, just a minute. I got a bunch of books on my chair and they fell over. Ugh, they're heavy. And then my chair went flying to the opposite direction of where I needed it to be. Ugh, maybe I should not be filming tonight. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so let's go through this one and then we'll see which one works better. I've never tried through the back of a hidden spine before, never. And that experience left me with a bad taste in my mouth. All right. Yeah, that's much better. Maybe it's because the wax paper grabs the paper better. Okay, we can take these off now. One, 2, 3. See, this is not as tight as that. And we're back to having the same issue. Talk about upsetting me beyond words. 1, 2, 3. Ugh. I have this on my desk because we're using it for a different project next. Be my next project. I sort of got interrupted with the last 2 projects, the journals I'm making for the 900th giveaway, and these journals. because I actually found the art books that I bought for this. Art journal set of 3. All right. Ugh. No, that's better. All right. All right. Yeah, burble came out because I forgot to put on my lid. And the reason why we scuff it with the sanding block is so that the glue will adhere to this and keep it down. All right, and I will put on my lid so to stop the burble. All right, now okay. Now see, I've lost the pink things that used to be on these pink plastic things. So what I have to do now is to keep my thing from hurting my paper, and I've got to protect it. See these pink things? That protects the metal, the paper from the metal. Yeah. All right, we'll just leave it like that. Put it up here, and then I'm going to put this one first. Up. And we'll go like that, and well, I think it's a half, I think it's a toss-up whether I like going through the front or the back for this particular album. Ugh. All right, hang on. Hang on. Okay, I'm going to have to edit that out. Sorry about that. Well, I guess we're going to go through do the regular one, but I didn't want to make this a 3-hole pamphlet stitch. It was just too small for that. But I think I would recommend, if I was going to do this again to myself from yesteryear, or from myself from last week, I would say, self, make sure that you do a 3-hole pamphlet stitch, no matter how much of an inconvenience it would be. So, lesson learned. Okay, too loose. Really beginning to hate this project with a passion, man. Oh, look at what they did. This is how they put together 2 different things. All right. 1, 2, 3. Yep. And I'm just going to cut it off here because I don't need that headache. Ugh, did you just see what happened? It got off my finger just as I was about ready to make it into a knot. All right, that's better. Ugh. All right. I guess one of our dogs are missing now. She's probably just in the asparagus patch. She likes to eat asparagus, so she'll go out there and dig up the roots. 1, 2. And sometimes she won't hear you call her in. That's why I use a very special come here right now whistle. And they all come running. All right, I'm going to put you guys on hold and do this last one. Hopefully by then the dog will be found. I'll be back. Okay, I got the pain in the neck stuff done. And everything's bound, and now the glue is drying. So while the glue is drying, we are going to do some fun stuff. Now, let's see how big these pages are before we start this project. 6.5. So I'm just going to do these at 6. So that's 1. Yeah, look at that. It's already at 6 inches. All right. Hang on. Okay. Now, what we need now is another measurement, and all this needs to be the same measurement. All right. All right, now this is the fun of chipboard. All right. Okay. All right. Oh, hang on. I never count this lip as part of the measurement, so I've got to take this lip off very judiciously. All right. Now, ugh, my hands don't want to work. My hands have been numb for the last 2 days. Ugh, hate it. My carpal tunnel acts up. Okay, so what we have to do with this, mess up my pile of papers so I can go through here. All right. How does this look? All right. All right, now you can see that this edge doesn't quite fit. That's all right. And we'll just go along this edge and take off a skosh. And we'll do the same at the top. Okay, let's see. This is top. That means we have to match this for the top over here as well. Look at that mess. All right, well, we'll just trim it a little bit, I guess. Oops. All right. Now, oops, put that lid back on. And this is fired brick. Oh no, that's not vermilion. I need vermilion. I don't know why I didn't put the fired brick away. All right, because most artists don't use anything but vermilion for their reds, because that's what the Renaissance people did. I'm not saying that they don't mix different colors than vermilion, but because we have that ability today, but a lot of artists like the true vermilion. So it's a great way to edge your art, edges for your art journals and stuff. All right. Now, this is the top. Okay. All right. Now, okay, so there we go. Our first tag is done. I've got two more to do, and I will try to match the colors to the journals. So like this is a red one, so it'll go in my, what I call my red journal. And then I've got this is a beautiful blue. And so this will go in my blue journal. And then I've got some yellow ones, and that will go be made and put into my yellow journal. So what I'm going to do is measure this. All right. How many inches across? 3.5 plus 2 ticks. 3.5. And those 2 ticks are an eighth. Yeah. Now, what I'm going to do is, no, I guess not. Ugh. Boy, that was really way off, wasn't it? All right. And I'm going to scuff it. Now, why is that all crooked on this end? Sometimes me and my measuring really irritate me. All right. Okay, see, that's the problem with this one. It's too... Oh, you know what I can do? Yeah, we're going to still use this. But we are going to do a few things to it. Okay, first things first, we're going to take off the bottom of this one. Okay, now take off the side here. Okay, see how this looks together. And we're going to have to do some trimming. And we're going to have to do some trimming here too. So we're going to put the mark here. All right, so let's see how that looks. Okay, so that's doable. All right, let's get this out of here. I need to put some more glue in this little bottle. I just love my little bottle now. It's the perfect glue bottle. All right, and this is the little area we need to trim off. All right, now we got to make sure that the horses' heads are at the same, going in the same direction, or else we're going to be in so much trouble. All right, oh, here's the other one we need to trim. All right, there we go. We're done with this one. Exciting. And I'm going to use faded blue jeans for this, or faded jeans. It also matches the blue that they tend to use in art pieces. All right, very exciting. So now we have our horses that we're going to use for our blue. Get off of there. Glue. All right. Now we need to do our sides of our things real quick. And I don't know what I'm going to use for a topper yet, but I may not do a topper for these, simply because you don't want it to be too thick in here. You want to leave the expansion for thickness for someone who does their artwork in here. Yeah. All right, let's see. Okay, I think I'm going to put these two together. Yeah, okay. Now, what we're going to do is we're just going to trace it like we did last time. All right, now I need a bigger piece, or another piece, I should say. All right, now we're going to go up the little curve that's the crease part of the cereal box. And then we're just going to go here. All right, let's see how that looks. It's a little bit of a mess. That's why I like to do this portion of it after the fact. All right. All right, there, I think that'll trim up nicely. All right. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this in a square first. This is also my tear ruler. That's why I have to be careful which side I use. I made the tear ruler out of the side that are the centimeters. That's told the, you know, I don't do centimeters ever, so please don't ask me for measurements in centimeters. I don't understand them, never have. I hated when metric came to the United States. I thought it was the betrayal of the imperial system. But anyway, but that's just my opinion. And what'll make this easier is because I have a square, it'll be easier to trace than the, come on. All right, if you do me a huge favor and like this video, share it with your friends, hit that notification bell if you haven't done so already, so you know when the next themed journal journey is going to begin. And I will finish up all the decorating and we'll take a walk through on our next video, and then we'll start a new project. I've got a ton of projects on my desk to finish, and I'm very excited about that. All right, now both of these are sideways, so it doesn't matter which direction I go with this. All right. All right. All right. Okay, if I did that this way, then I need to do this. Okay. Because the artist signature is shown on the other side, so I want to have the artist signature going in the same direction on this side. So I'm going to make some pockets, and I don't know what I'm going to put into pockets since this is supposed to be an art journal. Decisions, decisions, decisions. Ugh. Okay. right. Now, I'm going to go back and use vermilion for this particular one, since it does have some yellow, red in it, because fossilized amber doesn't show up very well on cardboard. Yeah, I've been there, done that. Hope you're having fun in your craft room and that you've got some inspiration here today. I must say, other than the aggro of putting in the signatures because everything was so slippery, I'm loving this project, and I hope you are too. All right, so we now have three tags made. Ugh, brain fart, big time. Okay, guess I didn't need this one. And what we're going to do is I'm also going to start, what I need to do is measure the, that's 4.5 and 2 ticks probably. So what I need to do now is make the writing boards or painting boards for this. And I'll do 3 of those. I'll have to get bigger pictures. I've already chosen some out. So I can make a reduced size writing board with this. I like that for a writing board. And I'll have to reduce it in size, of course, because it's so ginormous. And so I'm going to use this one. Let's see, I need a reddish one now. Oh, I like that one. You know what? I'm going to use this one for the yellow one. Now I need a red one. I know I've got some red in here. Some really nice red pieces. Could have sworn I had a nice red piece. Here it is. All right. And what we're going to do is cut these out, and then I will measure these down to the size I need for the page, and then I will make them into transparencies. I can't even remember the name of what I need to do for this. It's so irritating. My brain doesn't work most of the time nowadays. Brain fog, man. They say if you have tinnitus, your brain turns to mush because of all the ringing in your head and you can't think. And I can attest to that. I've had auditory evaluations, and there's a megahertz in which my hearing aid could be put at and my tinnitus would go away. I don't have hereditary tinnitus. I have Havana syndrome. I was collateral damage. Anyway. I'm just loving everything about these art journals. And between the 3 journals that are going to be in this boxed set, there's going to be 10 times 4 is 40, times 2 is 80. So each journal will have 80 pages in it. So 80 times 3 is 240 or something like that. Yeah. Now the one that I did first should be dry. So let's get that down and use this one for our measure. Let's see if that is truly dry or it's just pretending to be dry. All right. Now our page can't be bigger than this. Boy, what's wrong with this thing? That's weird. Huh. Yeah. All right. All right, now we'll have to take several measurements so we get this right. Another thing I suffer from at the moment is electrical impulses going from where it's supposed to be traveling to in my body up to my skin, and it hurts so badly. Hate it. All right. I just realized something. I'm going to have to put something on the back of this because who wants to see that? Nobody ever. Let's see what we've got now. All right. So that's the size we need. And just to be safe on this, I'm going to put my clamps back on and let it dry a little bit more. It's probably dry because, you know, the stuff does dry fairly quickly. All right, so I need another blue. I'm gonna need another yellow and red as well. All right. Well, this is a good start anyway, and I'm going to let you all go as soon as I get this last one done. I really appreciate you joining me. I hope you're having fun in your own craft rooms. And share with me in the comments below this video and let me know what you're working on. Even if you're not working on something that you know, like I am, you can share with everyone and maybe we can all be inspired. And if we like what we hear in the comments, go to your channel and see what you're up to. That way we can all grow our channels together. Okay. All right, now I've got to find 3 more similar pieces so that, you know, the colors are similar. Yeah. Okay, well, I'll do that offline, and I'll make these writing boards up, or painting boards up, I guess you can call them, for this journal, and I'll show them to you at the beginning of the next video. You all have a good evening. Bye.